Are now back with you live from the Manx Radio TT studio here at the grandstand, and in the studio with me is newcomer Davey Todd, who is with Burrows Engineering Team. A few comments now coming in on our Manx Radio TT Facebook page, so thank you for those. Patricia says hello from Arkansas. I'm not quite sure I actually know where that is. David, do you know where that is?
I've no clue. America.
I'm glad that you're saying that. It's not, my geography is terrible. Also hello to Bill from Stephen. Ernie says watching from the Bath Tube in Northern Ireland. What's a bath tube?
Oh, don't ask me.
What's going on
again,
here?
I'm stuck again.
Mark says he's listening in Rotherham in Yorkshire. That's quite an easy one to read out. And Danny says, does Davey like the team? Does he think he fits in well?
Yeah, I've honestly, I was talking about this last night, and I've never been so happy with the team, with my whole setup, with everything around me. You know, it's unbelievable, the setup that we've got. You know, the guys are unbelievable in the bike preparation and how good the machinery actually is, but as well the relaxed atmosphere, and it's like a big family. You know, they'll really look after me, and there's not the pressure there that I think there is in you know, some of the bigger teams, and you know, it's relaxed. It's a really nice place to be, and I really do feel like I fit in there.
That is so important, because they do, you know, so a lot of riders tell me that when everything is in place, when that's family life, when that's personal life, the team, everything fits, and that's when they race well.
Yeah, all day long. You know, you ask anybody really, and a happy rider's a fast rider. So when you are happy, when you're feeling good, when your mind and your head's in the right place, that's when you're going to do well. So it's perfect.
Terry says he's listening in Bardolino Lake in Gardon, Italy. Marius, hello and best wishes from Germany. Enjoying the show. Thank you very much for that, Marius. It's great to hear from you. Thank you so much for your comments. Do keep those coming in, because we are live in Manx Radio TT studio here in Douglas in the Isle of Man. So now let's talk about the Isle of Man TT, because before the break we were talking about Cookstown, we talked about Northwest 200, newcomer to the TT, and last night I saw a post come up saying that you've been awarded RST's Star of Tomorrow. What an amazing award to have got as a newcomer. Fantastic for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. You know, as I say, I never expected it. You know, I never expected to sort of have the speed and pace that we have had, and you know, came here with an open mind of, you know, I'm not going to expect anything, and my unbelievable team behind me as well, they didn't pressure me. You know, they come in with an open mind as well, and just wanted me to enjoy riding here. But yeah, it's so surprising to have done so well, way beyond any expectation, I think. And yeah, to get that award last night is incredible.
It's lovely, because there is a gentleman that works for Road Racing News Daily, and that's Steve, and he's done some fantastic articles of you, and just doing a little bit of research and just reading about you, Davey. You know, thank you to Steve, because your articles have been fantastic for me for research for the show, so you've got massive support there. So let's talk about then how you got on within practice week, because that seemed to have gone very well as well.
Yeah, so in practice week, you know, we sort of aimed for the first night, and you know, said as a newcomer for the first night, it would be nice to 105, 110 mile an hour lap would be about in the ballpark, and then going out first night with no expectation, just trying to ride around and enjoy myself, riding around the best circuit in the world. To come in straight away with a 116 mile an hour lap was already way beyond our expectation, and we've just sort of carried on with that every night, improving by 2 mile an hour probably every night, and just feeling more comfortable. And I really have put the homework in away from the circuit before I've come here. For the last 10 months I've been intensively learning, and I'm so pleased that I've put the homework in and done the work, because I've come here and I think it's helped me out, and it's shown that I've done the work. You know?
Oh, looking at these results, I think we will agree on that, because on the first race on Saturday you got the bronze replica, and the Superbike 15th with 126 3 miles an hour from a standing start, Davey. That is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. You know, just again, that improvement every time out, just getting better and better. And definitely they don't ease you in with 6 laps straight off the block. That was definitely a shock to the system. An hour and 40, an hour and 50 minutes out there, and it's difficult, don't get me wrong, but enjoyed every second of it, and still improving then every session on session.
And the heat as well, it's been hot for you too.
Yeah, I think the weather's helped us out a huge amount. During practice week, with the weather being good, we've had lots of laps in practice, which is always good. As I say, improving every session out 2 miles an hour. Because the weather's been good, we've had a lot of sessions, so that's been really good for the progression.
But how does that affect the costs on the team though? Because when you are getting out and you are doing a lot of practice, even before you've got to race week, you've got fuel costs, you've got tyres, you've got a lot to think about, haven't you, that perhaps people don't realise?
Yeah, there is a lot of cost involved, and for sure, as you say, tyres and fuel, we're burning through a lot. But we've been fortunate enough to be backed by some amazing sponsors that help us out in that regard. Michelin tyres, what nobody expected to be in and around that area, and we were using tyres at the Northwest, and they were still great for riding around here, and still providing amazing grip, and working awesome. So,
well, let's talk about Monday then. Supersport P12, 124.2, and my favourite race, it has to be of all time, was the race on Monday, the Superstock race, where you had an incredible race, 10th. Davey Todd, you're a newcomer. You came 10th with 127.89. Tim Glover has joined us in the studio. I heard him screaming down the airwaves about that speed. You were absolutely incredible. Was that your favourite race?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I've got to be honest, I like every time I get out on the circuit. It doesn't matter what bike it's on, but yeah, that was insane to come round on the first lap and I think see my pit board, and I was maybe in P9 on the first lap, and I think I started 31st, 32nd or something on the start, and just to be that far up already, and then second and third lap I'd moved up to 7th place, and I honestly couldn't believe it. Every time I seen my pit board, I didn't believe they were putting it up right. I was thinking maybe it's somebody else's pit board. I don't know if it's mine or what, but no, just feeling really comfortable, and everything worked really well. The bikes were working awesome. The pit stops were great, and yeah, came away, lost that little bit on the last lap, which was a shame. Obviously, after being in P7 and dropping a P10, but still 10th place was, I was ecstatic.
And second fastest ever newcomer too.
Yeah, crazy to beat someone like Josh Brooks's newcomer lap time. He's such a well respected, such a top rider. To be mixing with the likes of those guys is I find it hard to comprehend in my mind.
So let's look ahead then, because we're going to have to take a break unfortunately shortly, and I just want to talk about tomorrow. You must be feeling quite comfortable and confident ahead of tomorrow.
Yeah, really comfortable. Every session making progress. We're making little improvements all the way, and I'm just excited to get out and ride around the circuit again. As I say, I love every single lap, and I just can't wait to get out there and race again.
Who would you say is your most respected rival on the course?
Well, to be honest, every single time we go out, I seem to be having some great battles with Sam West out there. And somebody said about there being a Privateers Championship, which I didn't even know. I think my team are trying to shelter me a little bit from any sort of competition, just so there's no pressure sort of thing. But we're having some great battles out there, and even though it's not for position exactly, it's still great fun, and enjoying every lap.
Well, we are enjoying watching you racing as well, and I know that I'm not on my own when I say that. It has been fantastic catching up with you. Thank you so much for joining us live here on Manx Radio TT. Thank you for being with us, and we wish you all the very best for tomorrow, Davey.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great to see you. We'll be back with you just after the break.